Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel WebLearnex. This is Virendra Kumar Singh. Today I am going to explain JWT security using up Spring Boot. So let's get started. First let's understand what is the JWT security. So let me open the documentation of JWT. So JWT stand for Java JSON Web Tokens. You can enjoy here JSON Web Tokens. Means it is a security mechanism which is highly uh, recommended and a highly secure format to transmit the information between two parties. Means if I want to access the any information from the any server, and if I want to access very highly secure security, so we need to implement the JWT security. So if you observe here, so there is the it's a very highly recommended, and there is the big demanding authorization mechanism and nowadays. So if you go through the JWT documentation, so you got the all information about the JW tokens. So when we should use the JSON web tokens, basically when the authorize the any server, or you want to exchange the information between two resources. So what is the structure of JWT token? So in JWT token, there is the three parts: is the header, payload, and signature part. And the header part have the some CSA authentications mechanism to secure the all informations. Payload portion is also is the very secure area. Means all these three parts combine to create the JWT token. So in details, you can go through the JWT IO site to get the all theoretical information. So let me explain with the example of how to create the JWT token using up Spring Boot. So it will create like this is the very secure way to authenticate. So go through this documentation and get the clarity. So let me explain the all practical things using up how to create the JWT token using up Spring Boot. So I have created one JWT tokens code. So let me first open the pom.xml file. In pom.xml file, I have added some dependency. So in this example, I'm going to create the some SQL connection with means I want to set the some create the some user and role and permission. So that's why I have used the Spring Data JPA and MySQL connection. And basically for the security purpose, I have added the Spring Boot starter security and Spring Boot test. And the main thing is main dependency is JSON web tokens. This is the main dependency of the JSON web tokens, which is provide the all information related from the JWT security. So this is the my dependency. So this is the all dependency which is added in pom.xml. So let's understand the structure of code. So let me first open the application.serve property. So I am going to create one MySQL database, MySQL security database, and I'm going to run this application on in create mode. So it will automatically remove the all previous data which is already stored in when I test this application. And I added my username and password here, and uh, my driver. So I'm going to run the application on the MySQL. So that's why I have added the MySQL information here. So this is the dialect which is inform the compiler to this is the MySQL MySQL based code, so it will create the query for the MySQL. This is responsible to create the query for MySQL. And I want to show the what query they have creating on the my console, so that's why I have added the Spring JPA show the SQL query. And I want to show the information in debug and trace mode. So this is all things I added in my application.property, so nothing else. So let me show main thing here. So what is the structure here for the JWT? So it's a quite complex architecture. So this is the my controller. So in controller I have created multiple endpoints. First, for the logging in points, for the signing, once any user is logging with the some user ID and password, means some logging credential. So let me show you in the login credential. In login credential I have passed the username and password and created the getter setter. So if any user want to log in with the user ID and password, so first is uh, logging information checked by the JWT tokens interface. So let me first explain the repository kinds of thing, then I will later explain these things. So I have created one repository here. So there are two kinds of repository. One is the user information and one is the uh, token details. So for the token details, so this is the all token details information, means whatever the token key, created date, created time, and created by. So I want to put the all information, this token information in my database table. So that's why I have created these tokens CRUD repository, and here I add the repository stereotypes of annotations here, and I have created one user entity here. So user entity I need to pass, I have created some user information like user ID, mail ID, password, name, last name, contact number, and I have created one here role, means user I am going to create the role based security. So here I created the many one to many relationship. So this is the my user table, and user table, let me show in the entity. So this is the my role table. So this is the one to many relationship between user and role. And let's understand the security kinds of things. So this is the most important things of the JWT security. So first understand the web security config, means web security configuration. I'm going to, this is not required, let me remove this because I'm not introducing the micro here Eureka or any kinds of microservices, so this is not required. So here I have created the one configuration config method, and in config method I have added the CORS enable, means CSRF enable, means we can access the this security from anywhere, so it will not show the any CORS related issue. And for the sign in permitted to all, and a register is also permitted to all, and all other URL is restricted. If any users logged in using up registered or any sign in, then it will allow, otherwise it's authenticated or the rest of endpoint. If any error is occurred, then it will automatically throw the logging page. So this is the my, and it automatically HTTP filter to filter the my JSON tokens and configuration kinds of things. So this is the my provide the configuration and all related from the JWT token filters and all things here. So this is the, let me show you the second user service. So in user service, it's check the user information using of username. It will check the if logged in user is the valid user or not. If it is the valid user, then it filter out the all role, and if the role is also validated, then it will store the user information, means user ID, password, and granted authority in the Spring security core user details. So this is the way to check the logged in user is valid user or not. If it is not valid, if it is the valid user, then it will show the all information. If it not valid user, then it will show the some exception from here. So third one is JWT token provider. So main code is here. So this code is responsible to create the JWT token, token value, security, and expire time. So this is the method to create the JWT token. So once user is logged in with the user information and with the role, so first it's check the all the user information. Here user information claim denoted as the claim. So it put the authentications information. So here I had the auth, my authentication. So authentication information with the role, and once the validation is successfully, then it will create the JWT token. So how, what is the mechanism to create the JWT token? So there is the JWT builder dot set claim, means claim means user information, then issues date. So I have created the now, means current date and time, and expired date means validity. So there is my validity. This is the validity. So here I call the my validity information. And security mechanism. So CS256 security mechanism is I'm providing to this JWT. Then it will save the this token with the tokens details, whatever I have shown you in token detail service. So it will store the all information in tokens and store in the my database. So for the checking purpose, once token is validate or not, so for there is the one method is the validate token. I pass the token here, and it will automatically filter out the token from the memory, JWT memory, and it will return the token is true or not. If it is true, otherwise if it is false, then it automatically show the exception. It is not provided by me. This is the provided by the JWT IO, means this is the predefined API. So token present in DB or not, means this method will check whatever the token we have shared, this is find in DB or not. If it is present, then it will return the true, otherwise it will return the false. So this method is so the how many role granted to that tokens. So if I pass the tokens, then it will automatically show the all the information about the given member, means for this token provided, which member provided this token, and what is the persistent role of that member. And this method show the, if I pass the token information, then it will automatically show the what this token, who is the person for which provide this token. So it will show the all the person informations. And this method is show the authentications. So I pass the token, then it will show the this member, means all the authentication information related from the member. So all the tokens related coding I did in token provider and JWT token filter configuration. So in this class I have configure the all tokens filter, means any request is comes in, so first it's check the uh, request have the any tokens or not. If it is don't have the token, then it will uh, show the exception, otherwise it will request uh, continue uh, send to ahead. And this is the security filter, means do filter basically used for the filtering the any request in any web application. So once a request is comes in, so first it will land on the do filter and first call the resolve token. So this method check the any header is available in requested header in requested uh, incoming request. If header is available, then it's if header is not, then it will return the whatever the header token, otherwise it will show the exception. So sorry. So if token is there in header, then it will print. After, if token is not null, then it's a check this token is available in DB or not. So whatever I have already discussed about this method, so this is the all related method. So it is if whatever the token is coming from the DB, it's a check if it available in DB. If it not available in DB, then it will throw the exception. If it is available then DB, then it will check this token is valid or not. So this is calling the my valid method, whatever I have already shown you. So this check the well, if token is validate, then it will check the who is the person to authenticated this token. So it will provide the all person informations from here. So this is the all information about the security filter. And in service, let me show the service. I have created one interface here, service interface, and I pass the some endpoint like login, save, logout, check validate, check the token, create token, get user information, find by ID, and I have defined all this interface in JW token service IMPL. So here I bind the encoder which is already provided by JWT, and authentication token provider which is already created, and authentication manager, user repository, and token repository. So for the logging purpose, when the request is come with the user ID and password, so first it will call the user token information which is provided by the JWT tokens. So it will granted the all information. So it will show the authentication manager information once it is authenticated, which is automatically checked. So once is authenticated, then user information find this user information from the DB. If user is validate in DB, then it will check create the token for that user with the role and return the tokens. So this is the method to logging the any user. When the login successfully created, then it will return the tokens. For the save for the to save any user, I have created one endpoint with the save method. I pass the all user information, whatever the user comes from the request, and I don't want to save the password as the plain, so that's why I have added the some encryption logic here for the security mechanism. So I have passed the first I pull the password and pass the my encryptor here, and again set in the user's password. So and logout page, For the logout method, I have created one logout, and I want in logout I have just removed the tokens and check the token is valid or not. So this is already, we have already discussed about this. So this is the our service, and repository we have already discussed. In model I have created one beans here, means authentication response. What kinds of response is once this token is successfully created, then I have created the one response here. So it will return the access token information. Login request. So I have already shown you what data we required in login. So I need to user ID and password, and response bin. If everything is goes fine, then what data they have respond. So for the response, I have created one response bin and passed the one message here and status code and once in generic object here. So this is the my bin, and entity I have already shown you how can create the entity, role based entity. So I have created three entity here. One is the user, which is create the user information, and role, which is hold the a role related to the user, and tokens detail, which is show the all tokens detail in DB. So this is the my entity, and here is the controller. So in controller I have created sign in method, which is allowed to login. This is the sign out, means for the logout. This is the check for the token is valid or not. Sign in with the token. So this method allowed check the user have the authentication tokens or not, and this is method basically used for the user information, means find the user information by ID. And I have created one register here. So using of this method, we can register the any new user with the certain information related from the user. And I have created the advice controller here. When the any exception is occurred, then how can handle the exception. So I have create the my REST control advice here. So this already we have discussed about the advice, my advice video. So if any request is comes in, how can handle the request. So my any if any in application, if any error occurred, then it will not show the 404 error and all these things. It will provide the one proper way to handle the error with the end point and error occur time and all these things. So this is the way to handle the any error. So this is the all code. So let me run this code and let's check with the example. So let me clean. Now you can observe here my code is running on 8080 port. So it will automatically create it. Let me show the all information with the here you can observe here. First it's automatically drop the all existing table. So first it's drop the role table, then it's a role token details table, then user table, then last it's a drop the user roles table, and again create the all information, means user role and all tables automatically. And my application is up and running on the 8080 port. So let me open the Postman. So in Postman I need to first register the any user. So let me show you the endpoint. So for the register user, my endpoint is I have added the global endpoint in the API. So here I have passed the API, and then I want to call this URL for the register user. So my URL would be localhost 8080 slash API slash register. So this is the my endpoint and I want to pass the user information. So let me show the user information here. So user information have the some user ID, email ID, password, name, last name, contact and rules of that user. So for this I have created one endpoint here with the all information. So I have passed the my mail ID with the password. So this is the and the username, last name and contact number with the certain role. So I want to pass the three different role: super admin, admin and user. So this user have the three different role. So let me send the request. So I run application in the debug mode. So I got the my request here. So let me debug one by one. First it's checking this mail ID is already exists or not. If it is already exist, then it will show the exception. Mail ID is already exist. So no, it's not already exist. Then it's going to save the user. So it's calling my save method. So this is the save method. So it's first it's going to encrypt my password, whatever I have provided. So it's going to encrypt the password. Now password encryption is completed. Now I'm going to save this user. So you can observe here it's save the information. So let me show with the MySQL. I'm passed my password here. So in database it's automatically created MySQL security with the some table. There is the one user table, a role table and user underscore role table because I have created the one to many relationship. So in not a I have created one to many relationship by directional. So that's why it's created one new table here and tokens information. So let me show the user first. My user is registered or not first. Let's check. So you can observe here my user is registered and my password is encrypted here because I have encrypted my password. So, and let's check the role. So role table you can observe here user have the some certain role, user, admin and some. And let's understand the token details. So as of now we don't have the any tokens because we did not sign this user. So this is the my user information. So let me show the output of this request. So I submitted this request. So I got this response. Now let's log in with this user. So I have passed localhost 8080 slash API slash sign in. Let me show the endpoint also. So now I want to access this URL for the signing URL. This URL. So once my user password everything is good, then it will provide the one tokens for me. So let me sign in. Let me add the some in debug point here. So I'm going to pass the my mail ID and password. So let's see this in point, and because this is the also post method, so that's why I have, if you are here, this is the post method, so that's why I have added here post request. So here So here it's authenticating the user ID and password. So this is the auto authentication mechanism which is provided by the JWT. Once is authenticated, then it will check the this user exists in DB or not. So let me add the one more endpoint here. So now it will it will check in DB it's authenticated or not. So it will show the how many role. If it is exist in DB, then it will show the how many role it hold that user. So if you can observe here, username is the Virendra, which is I have printed, and it have the three different role. So now it's going to create the JWT tokens. Let me show the mechanism to create the JWT token. So as we have already discussed about it, let me add one in debug point here. So I have passed either name and role. So this is the claims, means user information denoted here as a claim, and the authority is role here. So now it's a create the date and time, so checking the validity expiry time, and now it's going to create tokens. Now token is created, and this token is already added in token repository table. So you can observe here I got one token here which is provided by the JWT. This is the token, and you observe here in these tokens we have three part in token as we have already discussed. So every token have the three parts. This is the header part, payload parts, and signature parts. So if you observe carefully, then each token have the three parts. First part is this, after that we have one dot here. Second part is this payload part, and this is the signature part, and it is highly encrypted and secure. So let's now take this token to access the all other REST endpoint. So for this I want to access user information by ID. So I need to pass the authentication keyword in header and pass the token. So let's add the some debug point to the filter method first. So it will easily understand how it is working. So let me add one endpoint here. Let me pass the request. So I'm going to pass my request. So if you observe here, when I hit the any other endpoint, so it's first enter in the do filter method, and first it will check the token is exist or not in coming request. So with authenticate signature, because in header if you observe I pass the some authentication keyword. So not authentication, it's a message. So in authentication keyword I have hard coded that authentication. So if first check it is exist or not, if exists then it will show the bearer token value. So this is my token value, and check token is exist or not. If it is not exist, then it will show the error. Sorry, if it is not equal to null, means token is there, then it will return a total token value, otherwise it will show the null value. So if you observe here, it entered inside of this means token value is exist. So let me add the one endpoint here. Now it's a sure token is already there. Now it will check if token is not equal to null, then first it check this token is exist in DB or not. Token is there, so it is checking this token is exist in DB or not. So for this there is the method find by the tokens. If it is exist in DB, if it not exist in DB, then it will respond this, otherwise it check the token is valid or not. So let me move next. So you can observe here it is not entering inside of this, means token is validated in DB, means it is the valid token, means token is present in DB. So now it's going to check token is valid or not. So for this it is calling this method. So it's going to pass the tokens in the claims informations. So let me hit here. It will return true or false. If token is valid, then it will return the true, otherwise it will return the false. You can observe here it's going return true. Now all the authentication mechanism is completed, then it will store the all authentication information in security holder context, and it will respond the output to access that URL. So you can observe here I got the access information of that user. So this is the whole information about the JWT token. I'm going to commit this code on the my GitHub URL, and URL you can get from the description. Thanks to watching my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and share with the friends. Thanks.